What up? I'm Shep Pelka. This is the Braves TomaBlog. It's a YouTube channel where I talk about the Braves and baseball in general. And spring training's going on a little long and I'm a little bored, which is why I'm keeping it with some bigger picture MLB stuff because I have predictions for every single major award. By that, I just mean the MVP and the Cy Young. If I got into Rookie of the Year, this video would be way too long. So I have predictions for both MVPs and both Cy Young awards. What I did to come up with these predictions is that I followed the trends in what the requirements are for a player to seemingly win it, what the trends are of the players that win it, and I picked players based on those trends. And I think I came up with some pretty interesting material on this, so I'll jump into that, starting with the National League Cy Young Award, which is consistently the most competitive award because it has the most candidates. It has a ton of top-tier pitchers that can win it at any given time. And I think if you took an average competitor from the National League and put them in the American League, it seems like they would win, although it's somewhat skewed difference in terms of numbers. But I think if you put Madison Bumgarner in the American League, he'd be very likely to win the AL Cy Young. Looking at this award in terms of the field, people that jump out to me that could win, I see Jake Arrieta, I see Max Scherzer, I see Madison Bumgarner, I see Johnny Cueto, I see John Lester, I see Noah Syndergaard. And I see one other guy, and his name is Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw entered the league in 2009. He won or 2008. He won his first Cy Young Award in 2011. Here's something that I see when I look at the NL Cy Young races, is that Clayton Kershaw it's not even a debate whether he's the best pitcher in the game. What I see is that if not for injury, if injury had not ever touched Clayton Kershaw, he has not had a performance that is not Cy Young worthy since 2010. He would have won every Cy Young since 2011. The only thing that keeps him from that is injury, and it's debatable of one ungodly performance from Jake Arrieta 2 years ago. It's been over 2 years since Clayton Kershaw has won a Cy Young Award. But to me, when you're picking the NL Cy Young, essentially what you're picking is, will Clayton Kershaw get injured or not? If he doesn't, he wins the Cy Young. It's simple. If he does, it could be anyone. I'm betting on him not getting injured. I'm picking Clayton Kershaw to win, I think, his fourth Cy Young Award. So now I'm getting into the AL Cy Young. This one is very difficult to predict. Here's something that I know. Here's something that I'm certain of. There will not be a repeat winner. The last person to win back-to-back AL Cy Youngs was Pedro Martinez in 1999 and 2000. It won't be Rick Porcello for a number of reasons. One is that Porcello had a new pitch. People will have adapted to that in general, so it won't be Rick Porcello. How do you pick the AL Cy Young? Well, you really don't. And here's the thing, is that, here's what I know, is that no one, me or any other person, expert in any newspaper or ESPN or Fangraphs, whatever, would have never picked Rick Porcello before the season started. They would have never picked Dallas Keuchel before the season started. They never would have picked Corey Kluber before the season started. Well, those are the last three winners. So how do you pick it? I think that you pick off your gut. I think that you pick someone who has great raw stuff, who has never really put it together, and you see someone who's picked up momentum the year before, picks a good bit up in the first half of the season, and carries it over with a dominant performance in the second half, and then we go, yep, they're the Cy Young winner. I considered Kevin Gausman. I'm going with one other guy. I'm going with Trevor Bauer. He's never put all of this stuff together, but we all know he has the ability to. And I don't want this to go without saying, I think Trevor Bauer is a douche. I don't think that, but you know what, that's not the point. I hope he sees this. I hope he knows that I said that, although I'm sure he won't. So I'm going to leave that alone. Going to the NL MVP. I would say that it's barely more predictable than the AL Cy Young, but there is a trend. I found a trend in here of how to predict who's going to win the AL MVP, and that is that 4 of the last 6 AL MVPs won Rookie of the Year at some point in their at some point, and then later they won the MVP. Those players are Chris Bryant, Bryce Harper, Buster Posey, and Ryan Braun. The 2 others to win the MVP in the last 6 years are Clayton Kershaw and Andrew McCutchen, who actually came very close to winning the Rookie of the Year themselves. So what we're looking for is players who had a great rookie season, and I think you know where I'm going with this. I think that there's going to be another person that follows the Ryan Braun trend, the Ryan Howard trend, the Dustin Pedroia trend, all those different league and Chris Bryant of Rookie of the Year, followed by MVP. And there's one player who is one Rookie of the Year and is now the staple of a playoff caliber lineup. That person's Corey Seager. That's who I'm picking to win the NL MVP. So I'm saying the Dodgers will double dip in major awards again, because I know that you remember when Clayton Kershaw won both not very long ago. So lastly, going to AL MVP. AL MVP is consistently probably the most exciting race, where there's one module of consistency in the AL MVP race. There's a man who entered the league in his first full season in 2012. That man is Mike Trout. He has 5 complete seasons. In those 5 seasons, he has never finished any less than second in the MVP race. And he's won it twice. So there's one thing that I've learned in following the AL MVP race, is that voters love Mike Trout. But there's one thing they love more. There's one thing the voters will always go with instead of Mike Trout. That thing is American League infielders that, though their wins above replacement come nowhere close to Mike Trout, they still get the votes because of ungodly offensive numbers. Someone like Josh Donaldson, someone like Manny Machado, or someone like Jose Altuve. That's who I'm picking for American League MVP. He's been knocking on the door for a couple of years now. I'm saying that Altuve hits all 30 home runs. He's going to hit 330. He's going to get 40 stolen bases. He's going to do all of those Jose Altuve things that you know. So those are my predictions for the 4 major awards. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that all of you tell me how you feel about it. I hope you tell me if I'm insane with any of those picks. Perhaps Trevor Bauer, who's to say. Tell me your predictions. Tell me who you think is going to win each of these awards. Again, I'm Trevor Bauer. This is the Braves TomaBlog's YouTube channel where I talk about the Braves and I talk about baseball in general. So I hope you enjoyed, and go Braves.